Perfect. 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 Perfect.
What is going on, everybody? Happy Saturday evening. Good evening to all of you out there. This is your AEW Worlds End 2024 live post show here on the Around the Point Network YouTube channel. We're also live on the Twitch. If you are new to the channel, hit the subscribe button down below. Give this good little stream here a big old thumbs up here and all that fun stuff. But what's going on, everyone? As always, I am Steve, and I'm here joined by the good brother, Walter. Walter, what's going on, brother? How you doing?
What's going on? We just got back from a jam-packed AEW, the end of the year show for them.
The end of the year show. Yeah, absolutely.
And
It's the end of the
I'm,
year
I'm
show.
glad.
Yeah.
I'm glad. Overall, I thought the show was pretty watchable.
Yeah, you know what? We'll say this, but before we get into any of this review stuff and all that, and
Yeah.
I have the media scrum playing also, so I'm trying to
Oh,
like
come
multitask
on.
here. It's not gonna. It's not happening right now. They have Starbucks boy, freaking what's his goof's name? What does he even do? Fucking RJ, whatever the fuck. They have
Yeah.
Renee Paquette, and they have Daddy Magic, whatever. I'm lucky. Yes, they have the three goofs still. Again, they have them waiting for everybody to show up and stuff like that, but it doesn't matter. Okay, it don't matter. Before we get into any of the stuff here, again, if you're new to the channel, hit the subscribe button down below. Give this video a big old thumbs up. Share through social media. As we discuss what happened here at World's End. Before we get into any of that stuff, though, let's point something out here. We have not done an episode of Sad. I want to say in a month. It
It's
feels
been a
like
while.
I want
Yeah.
to check here. When was the last time? I want to. I'm curious on this. Because me, I'm just the curious in me kicks in sometimes, and with the stuff, right? So I just want to make sure. When was the last time we, did an episode of Sad as a whole? Like holy shit. Oh, let me go here. Yeah, let's see here. Um, damn, it feel like it's been a minute, right? I can't even see. Oh, here it is. The last time we did a Sad Dude, believe it or not, was a preview to Full Gear. That was
That ain't sad.
but still, I posted in the sad you know playlist because in AEW, right? So
So
I'm
it's
like,
been over a month.
it's been over a month since we did anything related to AEW here on the channel. The
Yeah.
reality is, look, sitting through Dynamite is depressing as all hell. It's depressing.
Yeah.
We've said this before. Like, yo, look, honestly, for you guys, the viewers, if it was up to us, we just do ATP gaming. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
Got the TV in the background, brother?
Nope. I got nothing.
Okay. It's one of those things where I'd rather just, do something else, for the content, like ATP gaming or a throwback. And truth be told, again, those dynamites be just depressing to sit through, and be that as it may, we will still watch the pay-per-views, right? And for the most part, look, tonight's pay-per-view was good. I enjoyed it for the most part, but that's your typical AEW, though. The pay-per-views will always be home runs. They're always, granted, some of the questioning near the end is very questionable, but that's with AEW, though. Like, that's never going to change, if you will.
Yeah, that it's always been the pay-per-views always delivering more than the actual dynamites. It's been like that for a while now.
Oh, for sure, man. And
Yeah.
it's just unfortunate that it's always been that way. It's very, very unfortunate. Um, I will say this again, AEW as a whole has not been it's been a very bumpy 2024. Let's put it that way. And I felt like with this pay-per-view tonight, it's a good way to, let's get this out of the way. Let's get this pay-per-view done. And let's just focus now into 2024. about that 2025 in a couple of days. You know, and also there's also one more thing I want to say. You know, I apologize for the lack of content here on the channel too. It's the holidays, okay? I don't want to make the boys work on Christmas Eve or during this holiday break. Like, come on now, no. Now
I mean, we watched the show tonight. You know
we
that
watched the
that's
show
that's what's
tonight.
working on the break.
Like, yes, kinda, but also factoring in, I've been under the weather. Like, I was literally in bed. I didn't really get
Yeah.
to. I didn't get to spend Christmas with my family like I wanted to. You know what I mean? You know what happened. I kind of explained it, quite. But outside of that, like, also like this background, by the way. You like this shit? You like it?
Right.
It's not bad, right? Yeah, not bad, not bad, Pana. But was gonna say, for the most part, I thought this show was a very good show for AEW. Uh, World's End was live from the Edition Financial Arena in Orlando, Florida. Per WrestleTick, they set up for 6,855, and they sold about 6,347 tickets.
Not bad. So
So
it
not
was. It got better near the end.
it got better near the end. It did for them for sure. And again, you know, them going to smaller buildings going into next year, you know, good for them, bro. Good for them. I think that's going to be a very, very good decision moving forward, you know. But what was your overall take, Walter, on the pay-per-view as a whole?
Thought it was a pretty good show, like wrestling wise. We had the coat. Besides the main event, I felt like there was two matches that really delivered, which were near the end, and I thought the beginning of the show was pretty good too. Um, yeah, there was probably some middle parts we could have like cut in short, but overall the pay per view ended before 12, so that's a plus. Um, yeah, I don't really have any complaints with this show besides
Oh,
the ending of the show. That's really it.
oh, of course, dude. You get no complaints from me, by the way. No
Like, look,
complaints
we're
from
doing
me.
the show before 12, before
Yeah, dude.
midnight.
Look at that plus. Dude. We're doing this shit before fucking midnight, bro. We're doing this before fucking midnight. Normally, when we do these, bro, we're doing this at 12 something in the morning. You know, normally, look, we would have, you know what? We would have done this on Monday on Steve's Kitchen. But the reality is, I want Steve's Kitchen to be like the end of the, literally, it's going to be the end of the year show. It's gonna be the end of the year show. It's gonna be basically us reflecting back on 2024. The good, the bad, the funny, me falling asleep, and clips and stuff like that. For the most part, and some changes happening in 2025. Logos, the works is a lot's changing. All right, and yeah, we hope you guys join us for the ride along the way. So again, if you are not yet subscribed to the channel, hit the subscribe button down below. Give this video a big old thumbs up. Share it through social media again. Hit the bell notification and all that fun stuff. Yeah, please. It will be very, very appreciated. Um, Before we get into the main card, I just want to talk about the stuff that happened, I guess, on the 0 hour, because there was a 0 hour, by the way. Yes. Which I caught one of the matches while I was cooking dinner. Yeah, I cooked dinner while watching part of the 0 hour, and I only caught one match. That was Tony Storm versus Layla Gray. So I love this idea that what they're doing with Tony Storm, where it's like, yeah, we know you are timeless Tony Storm, but in her mind, it's like she's this rookie that just debuted in AEW, and she's playing off like, oh, I'm the new kid, I'm new here, I feel like I'm now part of the roster. Look at me, I got my AEW track jacket. I hope they give me a matching pants and stuff like that. You know, eventually we're gonna get timeless Tony Storm, but part of me wants to believe this is some just shtick to fuck with people. But to think, right, here you were, damn, like a couple of months ago defending the women's world title in Wembley Stadium, and now here you are, like on the fucking 0 hour. The fuck, you know? But for the most part, the match was, you know, nothing to go crazy about. Tony Storm did pick up the W though. You didn't catch this, right? By any chance? You didn't catch it? No, right?
Absolutely not.
Okay,
But I
okay.
have been following that little story you're talking about with Tony Storm pretending nothing, she doesn't know what's going on. Like she's brand new, basically.
Anything you want to chime in on that though? Anything you want to?
It's okay. I mean, I still prefer Timeless, but I guess it's something different for her. And if you're gonna keep her baby face, I guess mess around with this gimmick she used to have. The goal is, I guess, is for her to take this belt off of Mariah May. So we'll see
I,
how this plays out.
I think for a lot of people, it's please like ASAP.
Yeah, yeah.
You know,
Although the
we'll
match itself wasn't too bad tonight, but yeah, we'll get to that.
yeah, we will get to that. We will indeed get to that again. We're just letting people know that we're live as well. Let people know. There you go. I'll create a post. There you go on the channel. But also on the 0 hour, Jeff Jarrett defeats QT Marshall. The big doom, QT Marshall. Jeff Jarrett is going to make a big announcement this Wednesday at Fight for the Fallen, which, by the way, Walter, in case you didn't know, is going to be live not only on TBS but also on Max. Yeah,
Oh yeah, there goes the rating stuff
there.
now.
I mean,
Yeah.
really though, I mean, I'm pretty sure we'll just you're gonna hear, oh well, you see that. Well, that's if you do the math, you know. But that's
Yeah. So it's gonna be kind of like hard to judge, I guess, for the time being.
I know, Walter. It'd be very difficult to, control that and all that stuff. But no, Millie.
With
Alas,
or without Max.
so we throw it out, Max. Um, also, they had an 8-man tag that Action Andretti, Leo Rush, and the Murder Machines of Brian Cage and Lance Archer versus the Outrunners, Top Flight. That was cool, but I didn't see that either. But that was the 0 hour, by the way. That was 0 hour. But we get to the main card. We get we open the show up with Will Ospreay versus Kyle Fletcher. Now look, I think these two guys can go out there and they can deliver 100%. All right. They're good friends. They've trained together. They've been around for so long. United Empire. But I must say this, like, bro, I did not expect to kick off the match and Ospreay's already bleeding. That's a trend that I've noticed also throughout the show. Everyone fucking bleeds here. That's AEW, right? It's fucking AEW. What do you expect? And for the most part, I thought the match, again, it's a fine opener. Just a good back and forth that they have. Again, they have amazing chemistry. They can deliver. And to think they already had 3 matches, right? They're 1-1, to my understanding. So that being said, here it was all said and done. Will Ospreay did pick up the win. I'll be honest though, if it was up to me, I would have had Kyle Fletcher win here because I felt like you want to build that new star for the future. And now, look, I know at times we can make jokes about Kyle Fletcher. We've done that before here on the channel, like us, like whatever in our group chat and all that stuff. But I want to believe that, Kyle Fletcher is the star of the future for AEW. Right? You want to believe like he's like the next chapter of these next pillars, right? Like we've had like the first gen of pillars, right? Now we're on to the next like crop of pillars. And I would say, Kyle Fletcher's one of those. What do you say?
Yeah, has potential. He did beat Osprey, and they should have kept the momentum going, but of course they didn't. Osprey had to get his win back. I mean, come on, man. You really thought this was gonna go either. It didn't make sense for Fletcher to win after what we saw tonight. So, it is what it is. Osprey probably bled early because the match didn't go as long as I thought it would have, which made sense since one of them's gonna have a match later on. But it was
Oh,
good. They still have good chemistry, like you said. Yeah, could have gave it to Fletcher, but based off how tonight ended, I guess it made sense for Osprey to win, at least for this
yes.
match.
Yes. And then after that, we get right into the next Continental Classic semifinal match. Ricochet versus Kazuchika Okada. And in this match, look, this is the first time to my knowledge that these two guys ever went at it. Like, holy shit, bro. Like, for all the stuff that people will say, oh, look, man, Ricochet left WWE and all that stuff. But look, bro, he got to wrestle Okada. That doesn't happen if he still stayed, in the Fed for the most part. Let's be real here, okay? So, but outside of that, look, the match itself, I thought it was fine for what it was, what they were. So the purpose of the match, right? You want Okada, to get some momentum here, get some bumps here, wrestle someone like Ricochet the first time ever. And the crowd was really healing on obviously Ricochet, and Ricochet is also embracing it. There's another thing that I will say for the most part that I've kind of enjoyed of this tournament. You know what I mean? But for the most part, I will say, the right person obviously got the win here for the most part, that being obviously Okada. But Ricochet didn't embarrass himself here, even though the crowd again are healing on him. They're doing the "You are ball" chants, and you know,
Yeah,
you,
I'm glad Ricochet. You know, not my cup of tea still, but him being a heel is a lot better than whatever he got going on as a face. So that is good for him for trying to embrace that heel heat. But like you said, there was no surprise with the winner. Okada made sense because you're not gonna do Osprey Ricochet the third match,
oh, you're
you
not.
know.
No, you're
But
not. Of course not.
not right now. You could easily just do Osprey and Okada here. So yeah, it made sense to give it to Okada here. And the match didn't go too long, but it was fine.
Of course, it was fine for what it was, and after the match, you seen Swerve Strickland come out, and then someone threw like a fucking toilet paper. Someone threw toilet paper at Ricochet, which has
Yeah,
became
well,
which has become a theme. It's become a theme now, and with Ricochet, they throw toilet paper at him. So then Swerve Strickland came out, poke more fun at him, like, hey man, you just lost to Okada, right? Didn't you say to me that hey, you're gonna win the whole thing and all that shit? Which he did. He was talking all that shit, and it backfired on him. So then this led to like an entire like building or like the lower section to throw toilet paper at Ricochet. So they TP'd the ring. Like you would have done like back in the day in Mischief Night. Do you remember that when you were a kid? You ever did that before? Mischief Night, the night
what?
before Halloween, like vandalize people's houses, like throw
No,
toilet
I've seen it
paper.
on TV, but no, not
I
in
did,
real
I used to do
life.
I used to do that before. I used to do
Come
that
on,
back in the
man.
day. I was young. What I used to do,
Show
bro?
some respect.
I used to have the super soaker, like the water gun, right?
Yeah.
I used to have like the big ones, or the one that had like the three like filters, right? So what I used to do instead of like carrying carts of eggs and shit, I would like scramble the eggs, right? And I put them in the water gun
Oh,
with water,
come on.
and I would go to people's houses and just shh.
Terrible, pal. Come on, man.
Hey, I was young. I was young, man. Like
They ain't doing
like
that
that's
shit nowadays.
we ain't doing that now. We're not doing that nowadays. Those days are Jover, by the way. They're Jover. They're very very Jover, but that's what people were doing back in the day. That's how things were I guess getting dealt with for the most part. But the final was going to be Ricochet. The final was going to be Kazuchika Okada versus Will Ospreay. So
Yeah.
that was fine for the most part. They've done it before, so you kind of knew okay where this was going. So I didn't mind it for the most part. Um, After this, because Cage Match for whatever reason is still not updated their shit. So let me
I think
see
it
here.
was the street fight.
Yeah,
They
there you
won a
go.
street fight.
Yeah, the Tijuana street fight. You had Thunder Rosa versus Mariah May. Look, you guys know I think Mariah May's beautiful, right? Um, but I had to admit, bro, this match.
Come on, you think it was that bad?
Not that it was okay. It wasn't the worst thing that I've seen. I've seen worse. It's just the fact that, bro, like it wasn't it. For me at least, it wasn't it. Like, yes,
No.
you want to show that you want to show that Mariah May can go through thumbtacks and do weapons and hardcore, which is cool. Like, yeah, you want to have that badge of honor. That's cool. Awesome. They brought out Thunder Rosa's dad, who was sitting in the front row. They Tijuana'd it up. If you may, they Tijuana the shit out of this building, or out of the little arena for this match, right? They had walls that they went through, right? They went through the wall, you know. They had tequila that Mariah May was sipping on and spat in Thunder Rosa's face. And she was, she got in the face of Thunder Rosa's father. She took the dad's cane, his cane, bro, his cane, and try to whack him with it, and to no avail, to no fucking avail. And it's crazy because like at the end of the match, right, like it's basically Thunder Rosa having Mariah May in a submission hold. Mind you, they went through the thumbtack, they went through the wall, right? Like I just mentioned moments ago, right?
Yeah.
And there's a part where again Thunder has her in the submission hold. It looks like she's ready to tap out, and Mariah grabs some dirt that I guess Thunder Rosa brought from Tijuana, right? Whatever it was, and threw it in Thunder Rosa's face, and wait for like some crazy move on the outside. That looked very concerning at one point. It really, really did. And obviously, Mariah May picked up the W by pinning Thunder Rosa on the outside. But yeah, bro, like this, I just wasn't feeling it. I just was not feeling it.
Neither was the crowd. It's like they were doing the weapons, and that was cool and all, but I don't know. There was just no connection between these two. Um, I'm just not digging this reign from Mariah May. I don't know what it is because I don't think she's bad. It's just not working out right now, and I don't know what they have to do. They tried with the street fight, but it is what it is. I mean, it was obvious she was going to retain. What's next? Not sure. We just gotta wait and see
Oh,
till
of
she
course.
feuds with Tony Storm again.
Oh, you know that's coming, right? You know that's
Yeah,
gonna. I would say probably when they go to Australia, likely
right.
when they make
Yeah.
that flight to Australia in February, if they still do it. I'm not even sure, but we'll have to wait and see how that one goes about. After this, we did get, I do believe, Konosuke Takeshita versus Powerhouse Hobbs for the international championship. This match went longer than it needed to be for my liking. This match went longer than it needed to for me. Nothing bad about it. Like cool, a good match for people to I guess relax, go get a drink, whatever the case may be. But for a match, I'll be honest, like, and I'm happy for I'm happy for Powerhouse Hobbs. I'm happy that he got a match. He's wrestling for the title. But outside of that, it's like, bro, like, what did they do to like Powerhouse came back from injury, and the story was like, yeah, no one reached out to him, and now he wants the title. It feels like on the surface, it feels lazy as all hell. You know what I mean? For me, I don't know about you, and many of you guys out there watching live or on playback. But for the most part, look, Konosuke got the win as he needed to. For the most part. So, and also factoring in, Konosuke is going to Japan in a couple of days to wrestle Shingo Takagi at Wrestle Dynasty. So I think people need to also realize, like, we're not expecting Shingo. We're not expecting Konosuke to lose here before wrestling Shingo Takagi in Japan. It's just not going to happen, But Walter, let me know your thoughts on that, bro.
Um, yeah, the match was fine. Like it was good actually. I just thought it went a little too long near the end. But yeah, they surprised me. Powerhouse Hobbs. I mean, Takeshita, I knew what he could do, but Powerhouse Hobbs, he's been injured, so I don't know how this was gonna come out. And they played the injury well. I just think these two had actually good connection. I was kind of shocked because there was no build up. I really didn't even see anything on like the clips or anything like that. So I was wondering how this match even came about. But they did their thing. Takesha, right guy won, obviously. You're not gonna just have him lose to Powerhouse Hobbs out of nowhere. So yeah, and still.
Yeah, man, and still your international champion, Konosuke Takeshita. But again, I'm happy for Powerhouse. I'm happy that he got this opportunity. Uh, So there was that. Adam Cole versus MJF for the Dynamite Diamond Ring. I will say this, the right guy won. The man who did nothing wrong this entire time. MJF. Look, I'll be honest. I'm hoping this is over. I hope this feud is over. They can move on. Yeah, they can go happily ever after. Okay? Because I don't need to see this again. I don't need to see it. And a part of me feels like now, what's next for MJF? You know? All right, he beat Adam Cole, which he did, right? There was blood as well. Here's what there's blood, right? There was blood in this match. They had this thing where even eventually MJF blood. MJF fell before Adam Cole hit the dropped the boom or the knee. You know what I mean, right? There was a moment as well where both members of the kingdom, to me they're still the kingdom, I'm sorry, of Matt Taven and Mike Bennett got sent to the back by the referee. But through it all, MJF found the way to win. They try to use the Dynamite Diamond Ring, which still, like, to me, look, you get the diamond ring. At this point, it's like, what do you do with it? Like, what does it give you? What the fuck does it give you? Nothing. It gives you nothing. It's just a fucking ring. It's like it's dumb. It's stupid.
And that's why the aftermath, I guess, sort of made sense, but I hope this is really the end, like you said. Like, the match was fine. It wasn't as good as, their all-in match or anything like that, but it was okay. Like, I did like the way MJF got the Stooges out outside the ring, out of the match. But yeah, it didn't make sense for Cole to win the ring. Did that really matter to him? No. So what mattered to him was just getting revenge on MJF, which he kind of did in a way. Didn't win, but basically shit after the match basically shows, oh yeah, his friends are uniting with him again, and they're beating up a common enemy.
Of course.
That's about it.
Hey, well, that was basically it, bro. That was basically the point of that. And it's like,
I'm good now.
Yeah, I'm good now. I'm good. I'm good, brother. I'm good now. I don't need but now where do we go here? Where we're off to now after this, That's the question in this whole thing. After this, we did get Mercedes Moné versus Chris Statlander. Now, I'll be honest with you, man. Going into this, I'm like, you know what? I'm not. You know what I mean?
What would you say?
Going into this match, I'm like, I'm not really, We're doing
Why?
this. We're
doing. The match was good last time.
It was, yeah. Don't get me wrong, but it's like, again, But again, it goes back to what I'm saying. Like, again, even Mercedes, she's going to Japan in a couple of days, so you need something for her to do. You know what I mean? I'll be honest. I don't think you really needed this match on the pay-per-view.
She didn't have to be in the match. She didn't have to be on the show, honestly.
She did not.
I get it. She wanted to work one more match before the end of the year. And why not? Run it back. It was good the first time. The second time was even better. So,
oh, for sure. It was, And look, for the most part, it picked up near the end. It really did pick up near the end. It is the whole thing where I guess Mercedes was working on the leg or the foot or the ankle, I think it was, of just Statlander, to the point where her foot was stuck like in the I guess where the in the ring, like on the barrier of the ring, I think it was, and she had to literally take off her boot. So she wrestled with one boot on, basically, and still kept going for the most part. And again, as the match went on, a part of me felt like, you know what, it's a possibility that Mercedes might lose. It's a possibility. Because again, it's not like Mercedes is defending the TBS title in Japan. She's defending the New Japan Strong Women's title, right?
Yeah.
So it's not like you lose anything here, nothing at all. But for the most part, when it was all said and done, Mercedes did pick up the win. And I love the story here too. I love the fact that no matter what Mercedes threw at Chris Statlander found a way to not give up, to not fall for the bullshit of Mercedes. If you get what I'm saying, like prevail to come, to still keep fighting. But eventually, Mercedes did pick up the win, as I expected. I will say this too. I will say this also. Probably my second favorite Mercedes match in her run in AEW. Her first one is obviously the match with Stephanie Booker.
And no, this was definitely one of her best. I think it was better than the match last time. Probably her best match. You could argue it's her best match of her AEW run. Her and Statlander have some great chemistry, and I was just wondering how they were gonna get to the finish because it will be better than last time. And it was a little weird still, but the ending was a lot better in this match. Didn't make Statlander look too weak. And still Statlander just proves that she could really work with anyone. So that's good. Hopefully, maybe down the road she'll be in the actual women's world title scene. But Mercedes, much better. She's ending her year on a high note with two good back-to-back matches. Gets the same opponent, but still not bad. Let's see what's next for her. I'm not sure really what could be next for her, but try to build the momentum off of her. Before Statlander matches, it wasn't really much going on. The Britt Baker match and then the whole Camille stuff. Like it felt like she was stagnating. Now you could build some momentum with these back-to-back matches.
Yeah,
Yeah,
100%. Yeah, 100% on that. And again, for Statlander, look, her stock doesn't lower here. Her stock
right.
goes up, and hopefully they do something with her in 2025. But we'll see how that one goes and prevails and stuff like that. We did have after this. We did have the finals of the men. We did have the finals of the Continental Classic. Will Ospreay versus Kazuchika Okada. This match was everything as I expected, and then some. To be honest with you, this match was everything I expected and then some. Again, you knew what you were getting from these two guys. I don't know why anybody was in shock. I don't know why anybody was like, but for the most part, I thought again this was what it was gonna be. Just crazy back and forth. Ospreay obviously looking like he was literally in a fucking car wreck from the first match, from the bleeding, and you could just tell like the medical staff they're just terrible. They didn't even clean him up. Just wrapped his head up like he was in a fucking Dragon Ball Z battle and shit. And it's just like, for the most part, again, Okada, to his credit too, also was in a fight against Ricochet. Right. And just the will of Will Ospreay to again also like, fight from the bottom. It looked like there were moments where Okada was gonna hit that Rainmaker and it was gonna be over, right? But Ospreay found ways to like counter it. Hit his storm, was it the Stormbreaker? Is that what he calls it? The Stormbreaker? Or what?
I guess I think
Yeah.
so.
Yeah, the Stormbreaker, whatever he calls that move.
Yeah.
The Ox Cutter, and all that stuff. Just for near falls. He even hits a Rainmaker on Okada and gets a near fall. And it's like everyone kind of felt like, it's gonna be Will Ospreay. It's gonna be Ospreay winning this shit, right? Because he's Tony's golden ticket. He's Tony's golden boy right now. But no, Okada was like, not so fast, buddy. Y'all must have forgot I'm Kazuchika fucking Okada. I'm Big Kazu. All right. I'm Kazuchika effing Okada. Okay. I'm Kazuchika fucking Okada, bro. I thrive in tournaments like these. And he did. One, hit the Rainmaker. 1, 2, 3. Will Ospreay was out. But again, just it picked up near the end, bro, which was just chef's kiss. A fucking chef's kiss, dude. Made me wish I took a fucking edible for the match, but whatever.
Come on, man. Yeah, that ending sequence was great. The match itself was pretty damn good too. Easily Okada's best match in AEW. That's not hard to say because you were working with Osprey. Someone that he's already worked with in the past. So I thought these two definitely did their thing. Even though with Osprey, he looking silly at first with the whole band-aid shit. I get it, he wanted to sell, but god damn it, man. And the shit came off anyway. But it made sense for Okada to win, especially with Osprey getting all beat up like that. They're gonna have another match in the future. It is what it is. So no big deal. I just find it weird how Okada went through all this tournament just to still be champion. He couldn't just he was defending his title with no problem, just just random one-on-one matches, and he had to go through a whole tournament to keep the belt. I just think this tournament, I know Roman even pointed it out, but that was a joke. But I'm actually agreeing with him. This tournament should be to determine the number one contender for the championship, not
Yeah.
to keep the belt. It just doesn't make sense to me. I get it. It was originally like that, but I don't know. To me, it's like, why do a whole tournament? And then he's gonna just defend it randomly, one-on-one matches against people that don't have to go through a tournament. I don't know. That's just me. But overall, I mean, the match was good, so it did its purpose. Okada wins, and I thought we were gonna get some grand confetti. Nothing for him. He's just
Which
standing
sucks
there.
too. Like, yeah, because for like, what the
Yeah.
fuck? Like, bro, no confetti for
Yeah.
him. No pyro. Like, bro, you just won this tournament. Like, come on, like, do something. I think Eddie got one I'm sure he did.
Something like that. I gotta go back, but I would hope
Balloons
so.
or
I mean, it was the
balloons.
Triple Crown.
And here's like, nah, my boy, eat dick, nothing, bro. You ain't
Yeah,
getting nothing.
saying like he went through a whole tournament to keep the belt, so you know. But
And they just
he was staying there for a while. But I think I know why they did that. Obviously, we saw why after because
obviously,
Daniels comes out.
yeah, Walmart.
Adam
My bad.
Pierce,
Wish Adam Pierce. Yeah, we have Adam
whatever.
Pierce at home. Shows up and he's like, I wish I could present you the title. Normally I would, but I am no longer an EVP of this company. Wait a minute, I thought he was just basically messenger boy for Tony Khan. I never know he was an EVP or an interim. Well, my bad. I think he was like an interim EVP while Tony was gone, right? Or some shit like that. Just filling in, basically, I guess, or like, yeah, just messenger boy for Tony Khan. That's what I thought he was this whole time. Didn't know he was a fucking actual EVP. Holy shit, bro. That's crazy, right? You think about it, right? He's a fucking he's in the year of Tony Khan. But anyway, he brings out the returning Kenny Omega. The lights went out. They didn't go out, but it was Kenny Omega. Made his fucking return. Right? And I love how he came out not through the fucking condoms and shit entrances. He came out through the middle.
In the middle.
He came out through the center, bro. Came out through the center. Got a big ovation. Got a big ass ovation. He grabs the title and hands it to Okada. And you see them, like you see in the thumbnail. By the way, I hate how StreamYard updated this fucking shit. I hate it, by the way, but whatever. It is what it is. Like you see in the thumbnail, the stare off is right there, bro. And and I love, by the way, look at this picture, right? They're staring at each other, and the All in Texas graphic is literally behind them.
Yeah,
Is
that wasn't a coincidence. I think that was done on purpose.
done on purpose, and
Yeah.
that's where it needs to be. If these two guys are gonna go at it, it has to be at All In. These two
Yeah,
guys
you could
should not
slowly build it.
slowly build it. You have all 2025. You have until July. I know Tony, when he's desperate, he can't help himself, and we'll get into Tony in just a little bit too. He's not off the hook just yet, but when he's desperate, he'll just, I gotta do something, right? I gotta do something here. Like the fuck, boom, make the match on Dynamite, right? No. You save that match for All In. That's what you do. You save it
Yeah,
for All In.
you have to. I mean, yes, you can send a link on the chat.
I didn't realize that. My bad.
Uh, but like this, people want to watch that match. Omega Osprey, that too, obviously, again. But Omega and Okada, they want to see that match. It makes sense for All in Texas. So I thought the stuff after this Osprey Omega match was also Osprey Omega. How am I thinking about Osprey Omega so much? Osprey and
Hey, man, that,
Okada.
that happened early at the beginning
Yeah,
of the year, bro. I get
yeah,
it.
that was great. Osprey Okada, the stuff after that was also good, which should have been the end of the show. Because that was
It
pretty
should have been,
much the
yeah, and I
highlight of the
agree.
night.
It
Yeah.
should have been. It should have been that. That should have been the highlight. And you know what? Had you ended the show with that, I would have told you. You know what, man? This show was fucking fuego, and I would have dealt with. I would have dealt with the random international title match. I would have dealt with, Mariah May and Thunder Rosa having, the Tijuana street fight. I would have dealt with it if you just ended with that. And I know people, and I'm going to say that, and I said this on the watch along on True Heel Heat and also on our channel. I know people are going to be so excited for the match. This one right here coming up.
Yeah,
I know people are going to be so excited for it, as you should
of
be.
course.
But you know how the community is, Walter. We've been doing this for so long. We know how the community can be, especially the AEW diehards, especially the pro AEW Twitter accounts. Because I guarantee you, bro, you're going to see the drain makers of the world, the real ones of the world,
The real ones.
the fucking jabroni 4127, whatever, right? Gonna grab clips from Wrestle Kingdom. I want to say, is it Wrestle Kingdom from
Yeah,
2017?
you're basically saying they're older matches of
No,
Omega and
but
Okada.
but out of all the matches, out of all of them, the one from Wrestle Kingdom 11. Out of all the matches, that's the one you go. Look, out of all the Kenny Omega and Okada matches, look, the one from Dominion was great. The one where Omega won the title was great. The G1 match, which ended in a fucking draw. Not bad. Okada won. I'm sorry. It was good as well. All you want. But the one match you go to is the first one. You always remember the first one. Right?
Yep.
I guarantee you, bro, within the upcoming hours, before we hit the Monday, you're going to see people on Twitter. They're about to feed families and all in. I'm here to tell you guys right now, y'all about to be disappointed. If that's what y'all expecting. If you guys are expecting that, if you are expecting that from those two guys, who, let's be honest here, both men, they're no longer spring chickens. Especially the style that they have wrestled over the years. They are no longer spring chickens. There's the wear and tear on their bodies.
Yeah, they're not. It's that those days are gone. I don't think.
It's over.
Hopefully, a lot of people don't expect that. They're still gonna do a great match. It won't be like that. Okada wrestles differently now. Omega, he's gonna have to adapt. I think they could still pull it off, but just don't, like you said, expect anything like that, which is fine. I think the crowd will still eat it up regardless.
Yeah, they
Doesn't
will.
matter.
They'll eat it because, bro, that's one of
Yeah,
the matches people were expecting when Okada signed with AEW.
yeah,
You
and
know
you
what
got
I
to give
mean?
it to them.
I'll be honest. Does it need to be for the title? No. Does it need to be for the title?
No,
It doesn't
but
need to be.
who is Okada gonna lose to to
It's
that
a
belt.
thing.
So,
That's a thing,
you
right?
could have it for the belt. It is what it is.
Like
I
it's
mean,
funny because we were saying too, like, yo, imagine if it's Eddie Kingston that walks out there instead of imagine like if it was Eddie Kingston and shit. And it's like, nah, pana. And joining us here as
yeah, it should
well,
be Eddie Kingston. He needs
joining us,
revenge.
joining us as well here, the one, the only Chase Oliver. Chase, what's going on, brother?
Not much, Steve. Just got off work. Now I'm hearing you disrespect Kenny Omega and Kazuchika Okada. Like they couldn't just sleepwalk. Well, at least a 4-star match. Like, get out of here.
I'm just saying, like, bro, look, people again, you're gonna see it, bro. We're about to feed families, and they're gonna show clips from Wrestle
You
Kingdom
know what,
11.
Steve? And guess what? They're collecting the X check off of it. That's fine. It doesn't matter. Anyways, run down what happened on this show, and I'll give you my take. So, not seen the matches. Just want to give you my takes of what happened. So Okada beat Osprey, obviously,
Yes,
to win the Continental Classic Championship. Crazy. Okada obviously beat Ricochet. Was that match good?
it was all right for the most part. It was an all right match
Hmm.
for the most
How did
part.
Ricochet do with the crowd? Was he?
He was healing it up. He's embracing the heel role, which I think is best case scenario for him right now. I'll say this too. It's probably one of the the positives from the tournament too. Like we finally got this guy to be a heel, playing into what he's, I guess, not for the people like Twitter behavior, but still he's embracing just the reaction from the crowd
Hmm.
and the ball chants and shit like that.
How was Osprey and Fletcher? Was that as good as their last pay-per-view encounter, or was it just toned down?
For the most part, it was good. As far as like the previous matches, it was more because the bleeding and shit like that. So because obviously Osprey bled like 10 minutes into the match, less than 10 minutes into the match, he was bleeding like a
Oh
fucking
wow,
faucet. Like a
crazy.
fucking faucet, So there's
All
that.
right. So what else happened?
You did have the Tijuana street fight between Thunder Rosa and Mariah May. It was not so bueno. Not so bueno at all.
You know, Mariah May disappoint on pay-per-view again. What else is new?
Yeah, it hurts me. It even hurts me to say that. It hurts me, but yeah. Powerhouse Hobbs and Konosuke Takeshita for the international championship. Just the filler match to be on the show, but for the most part, it went longer than it needed to be. And obviously Konosuke retained, considering that, hey, he is going to Japan in a couple of days to wrestle Shingo, I
Yeah,
think for the never open weight title and his title for
yeah,
title.
title for title. Was it a good match? Was it the usual Takeshita good match?
It was, yeah, usually, yeah, for the most part, yes.
Okay.
It was for the most part, yes. And Mercedes and obviously Chris Statlander. It was, we said this earlier, it was probably Mercedes' second best match in AEW, for me at least. To me, her first one is obviously the one with Stephanie Baker. Pretty much.
Oh, that's good.
So there's that too. Also, okay, so they mentioned this, the Adam Cole versus MJF. I'm
I heard
just
that
glad.
was terrible. I was hearing people like when I got on X, I saw people ragging this match.
It's just like, bro, like people just want it to be over. That's what it is. Like people just want this to be done. Like move on finally, right? Like please just move on from this match, right? And at the end of it, it was the boys getting back together, the band getting back together, man.
Oh, really? The band?
Well, not TNA band, but you know what I mean. Like,
Oh, there's no Kevin Nash. Kevin Nash. Kevin Nash didn't show up.
no Eric Young for this one, for that matter, either. But you had basically, Roderick Strong showed up because they're about to literally break the leg of Adam Cole, that being MJF, and out came Roderick Strong, and out came Kyle O'Reilly, and then out came Mike Bennett and Matt Taven, and they all embraced in the ring, and then they put their hands up to celebrate and shit like that.
Man, what kind of Lex Luger match is this? So Adam Cole loses, apparently, right? He loses.
He lost. He didn't win this one. He lost.
Did MJF win because he cheated, or was it a clean win for MJF?
There was a low blow And obviously, there was a
They're
weapon
so
used as well.
lazy with this fuck. I swear to God, what happened to MJF, bro? Like, we need to study this. Like, how did this guy go from like one of the best world champions they've had, one of the best in-ring workers they had, overall talents they had, and now he's this? Like, they do the same shit with this guy every single time, and it's like, oh my God, that's terrible. So he won low blow, beats Adam Cole, right? 1, 2, 3, or does he hit like a finisher or something?
Yeah, just he just hits him with a low blow and then hits him with I think it was the diamond ring. I think it was.
Oh, so he had to use two different
He,
themes?
No. He did a low blow and then he did the this heat sink finish, whatever it's
Yeah,
called.
The heat
and also
seeker?
yeah, thank you.
Yeah.
And yeah, thank you, Roman. Cole's about to hit him with the ring
Yes.
before he got
Yes.
low blowed.
And
So that was
Oh,
so
another
the,
note.
the ring always stayed with Cole.
wait. So Adam Cole, so MJF was proven right.
So basically, okay, so pretty much there's a moment in the match where the kingdom came back because MJF did the whole Eddie Guerrero where he hits something and he falls and the referee turns around, they thinks that. So they come back, right? And at this point, Adam Cole grabs the diamond ring that MJF was gonna use of it originally.
Yeah.
He's gonna hit MJF with it. And before he did, while again the referee was distracted, MJF low blows him.
But you're proving MJF right that Adam Cole's a piece of shit because like he was going to cheat to win the match.
Yep.
So why would you make the? All right, that's a Tony Khan issue. Tony Khan's just an idiot.
Yeah, he is. He is.
Wow.
He is.
Wow. Nothing about what you talked about besides maybe Okada versus Ospreay and Fletcher makes me say, "Wow, let me go back, watch this pay-per-view."
Yeah.
Nothing
It's
so
just
far.
the conflict of classic stuff, really.
Yeah.
And Mercedes and Chris Statlander.
Yeah. Pretty
Mercedes
much.
retained, right? Obviously.
Yeah, she did.
Yeah.
Considering again, just like Kanosuke, she had to travel to Japan in a couple of days.
Yeah, exactly. Japan is more important than actually
Of course.
your
Even
AEW
though
television. Yeah.
Even though not even the TBS title being
don't
defended
want to ruin that great relationship that all the Japanese wrestlers just fit on.
Pretty much, for the most part. Also, yeah, then we had the world title match, the Fatal 4-Way.
Wait. So, what was the match order?
If I'm trying to remember correctly, it was.
Instead of trying to remember, go to Wikipedia, and then you can tell me the match order.
Okay, let me see here.
No, I know the first match was Ospreay and Fletcher.
Yeah,
and then
Ospreay
it was
Fletcher.
Ricochet and Okada.
Yeah.
Okay.
I think the street fight was third.
Yeah. 1 second.
Cole and MJF was fourth.
Damn, they put Cole and MJF in the fourth spot. That's terrible.
Because I wasn't on the stream.
No. So it was Will Ospreay and Kyle Fletcher as the first match on the main card.
Makes sense.
Yeah, just main card stuff. Yeah.
This followed by Okada and Ricochet. Right, that went 13 minutes, by the way.
So I don't understand this. The Continental Classic is obviously the most interesting thing that you had going on for weeks. This did not main event, but you had those two open the show. Was it the semi-main event or was it like?
No, those were the semifinal matches.
The semifinal matches.
The final
winners.
No, that's what I'm saying. You didn't have the finals match main event.
No, there was the co-main event. Co-main event.
So they were so he had two returns go back to back.
Yeah.
Yeah, he did.
Chase, I won my DraftKings AEW parlay because it allowed me to edit picks as the match was going on. The match came on earlier than they thought it would, so it wasn't cut off.
Yeah, the show actually ended early too, so
that's so How much you win, Romeo?
Ah, for real, bro. How much did you win?
That's hilarious, bro. Who bleeds first? What move is going to hit for Romeo?
You could change it right after.
Yes.
No, I
Oh,
believe it.
that's
Oh shit, Moxley's
hilarious.
bleeding.
So follow the Okada Ricochet with Mariah and Thunder Rosa. Follow that, it was MJF and Adam Cole.
Two stinkers in a row. Jesus.
Followed by Kanosuke and Powerhouse Hobbs. Which was
TBS
then
title.
followed, yeah, then followed by the TBS title, and then it was Okada and Will Ospreay.
See, I would have main evented Okada and Will Ospreay just
I would
because
too,
It's
and
the
I
same thing.
that's like the main theme. Like, no offense to this, I get it that he's so obsessed with all the AEW World Title. Let's go less, but like, let's be real. This was the most predictable world title match. You didn't even need to watch it. Like, if you were just watching it just for the ring action and stuff, but you didn't really need to watch it like that. Like, dog, like fucking Adam Copeland, Adam Hogan, this motherfucker. Oh no, like my return can't be overshadowed. I gotta overshadow Kenny's return. It's a much bigger deal when I return. So yeah, I gotta make sure that my return comes last. Like fucking this guy, like nice Hogan, this guy is like he's just gonna backstage politic his way to make sure he gets the last spot, brother.
Rated
Like, geez.
FTR.
Oh yeah, that's what everyone wants. That's great.
Yeah. But yeah, obviously the main event. Like, look, Moxley retained. Not fucking surprised, but yes.
But was the match even good?
Not really.
Not really. No.
Not quite.
Well,
But no, I'm
This
sure
is-
I'm sure you'll hear people in the reviews
No,
say
this
that it
wasn't
was
that.
great, but this was just
No.
like, yeah, bro.
like how do you go from, like, let's be real, like you're trying to follow Osprey and Okada. Like, I didn't even see the match, but I'm pretty sure it was a good fucking match. Like
Oh,
they
dude,
had one of my favorite matches a couple years ago with the G1
They
that
did.
Okada beat Osprey. Like, that's what I'm saying. Like, you know that these two are going to sleepwalk or at least try to wrestle a 4 to 4.5 star match. So why wouldn't that main event like that? Like, you go with this fatal 4-way world title match that is so predictable. Like, if we did the bet online odds, I'm sure Moxley was minus 10,000 to win.
Yeah, for sure.
So
But
the match just
obviously
wasn't good. It wasn't good. It just wasn't good. Like,
good. It wasn't good. I mean, obviously, there was run-ins. Obviously, of course, it looked like. Oh my god, here we go, a new
Christian
champion.
Cage.
And no,
Oh.
Wheeler Useless showed up, looking like you can feed him for 35 cents a day, and
No.
looking like he basically, and he caused a run-in, and that also led to him getting taken out. Jay White eventually hits the Blade Runner on Marina Shafir as well, and somewhere in this match.
Oh, did I get a big pop? Because we all know wrestling fans like when women get hit.
Quite.
How was the crowd? I just saw the returns. They sounded popping for that. Was it good the whole night?
Yeah, for the most part, like for the matches that were were good, they were hot for it. For some of the stuff, they were just sitting there, like they even had like the camera like at the announce table, as they were talking.
Was Orlando, right?
Yes, Orlando.
Oh. How many NXT wrestlers do you think were backstage? That's a more important question.
I would say probably like
some of them probably were at the house show.
Ballpark.
Oh yeah, there was the house show. Yeah, forgot. WWE Live Holiday.
And we don't know the distance. Like, what's the distance between both buildings and shit? So let me check that out too.
Well, they were at the Capitol, whatever, the same place they did the Thunderdome, right? AEW.
They probably were.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
They were
so
at
like,
the,
I'm pretty sure we'll get the dirt sheets that like Roxanne Perez was backstage or some shit, and everyone will be like, "Oh, would you go to AEW?" Like, what? No.
Yeah, I'm very good friends with freaking what's her name? Tony Storm. I'm just making up. Making up.
Yeah,
shit,
yeah.
But
Yep. Wow, that's sad. So you main evented with this Armageddon Fatal 4-Way when JBO was champ, Undertaker, Booker T, and Eddie Guerrero. You main event with this, and it has names like Hangman Adam Page, Jay White, Orange Cassidy, and John Moxley. And you guys are saying dud. Like, there was nothing about this match that made you say, "Wow, that was great." That's horrible.
I mean, they did their spots and stuff, but I don't know. I wasn't feeling it. Maybe other people thought differently, but
I was not feeling this at all. Like I said before, had you closed with the Okada and Ospreay, and you had that Omega moment, people would have been home happy, and it would have told
that feels like AEW to me. That feels like that's restoring the feeling. Okada, Okada wins this big Continental Classic that been building up for weeks. Kenny Omega, one of the faces of AEW, one of the greatest world champions, he comes out, hands the belt to Okada. Oh shit! I feel like I'm watching 2019 AEW again, but nope. We need FTR and Edge to come out, and I'm guessing Edge beats up the Death Riders or whatever the fuck they're called, right?
They clear the ring and they just attack. Well, he attacks John Moxley. He attacks Moxley, right? And
Fucking nice Hogan trying to get himself a world title shot right away. God
and
damn,
it
what a
look
piece of
and
shit.
and it's funny because there's a moment where you see Christian Cage, who's literally sitting in like on one of the balconies, like one of the sweet boxes, right?
What is he gonna do to cash in? Like, is he gonna like Shawn Michaels zip line to the fucking ring?
And for a moment there, you thought he was doing this, right? Like the whole like Mama Wayne to Nick Wayne, right? To
Come
the other,
down.
like, let's go. Like, it felt like, all right, maybe it's now, and no,
Well, why is he all the way up there? That makes no sense.
I have no clue, bro. I have no clue. If I want to believe, bro, if this was the Fed, he would have been backstage watching on a monitor,
Right.
bro.
Yeah,
You know what I mean? Or a commentary with
yeah.
Jim Ross. I mean, even Jim Ross was there. And honestly, Jim Ross did not even sound like he
Come
was
on,
into it.
man.
Well,
They're
think
for
of
fun.
I watched the Edge clip, and he was like, "Tony, you know who that is? It's Anna Copeland." I was
It's
like,
Edge.
what?
Adam Copeland. Here's
So Copeland stands tall. Moxley gets his ass kicked in.
here's what's weird to me. Tell me if you agree. Mox has this whole war against AEW or whatever. Omega comes back as an EVP, and his first objective is Okada and a Continental title instead of Mox.
Yeah, like Okada comes back. His best friends, even though they can be assholes, the Young Bucks, they leave AEW because they're like it's an unsafe work environment with the Death Riders. But Omega is more concerned with making sure Okada gets his belt, but not concerned about the guy who's holding his former world title, the guy that he's beaten multiple times in John Moxley. He does not care about this world championship hostage takeover. He's more like, I gotta make sure Okada knows that I'm still around. Like what? Like, well, that's Omega's like logic is. You've been poisoning my friends, Okada. I knew that you coming in would do this, da da da. Then I'll accept it. It's more of I have to wait till the promo to kind of see. But yeah, it does kind of make no sense that Omega, who's an EVP, is taking to make sure that Okada gets his belt. And that's the thing. That's another thing too. This whole Moxley versus Team AEW thing. Like Edge has literally been AEW for like less than a
For real.
fucking year. Like, so he's
That's
supposed
what
to be
I'm
like he's
The
supposed to be
one, the
this like
hero.
look, I could buy in on Dax Harwood being the savior, Dax Harwood saying, you know what, Mox, I'm so sick and tired of you, man. You disrespecting everything that this business, this company that means for, man. Look, I'm 5 foot nothing. I'm not supposed to be here. I used to pretend I wrestled Bret Hart in my back. The usual Dax Harwood promo. Could believe that.
Yeah.
Like, but Edge or Adam Cole, sorry, no, screw it. I'm not gonna call him out. He's Edge. He's fucking Edge. Edge, like, dude, like this is like if like freaking like Team TNA, like they're just like, oh man, we need someone, and then freaking Roman Reigns comes out and he's representing Team TNA, and it's like, bro, you've been in TNA for like 2 months. Like, how the fuck are you Team TNA and stuff? Like, yeah, like Edge being the savior of AEW when literally all his run has been was just like, hey, let's just do this feud with Christian. We're just gonna try to wrap up this feud again. We're gonna bring this back. Like, makes no fucking sense.
Yeah, that was my understanding. Like I was trying to figure out too at the watch along that what does he have against Mox? They don't even have history or
They don't.
nothing. It's like what the fuck is
They
this?
don't. They don't. They don't. But to my understanding, also this Wednesday, it's going to be also a 6-man tag at Fight for the Fallen, which for those of you who don't know, you can watch live on TBS and on Max this coming Wednesday. It's going to be rated FTR versus John Moxley, Claudio, and I think Wheeler Yuta. So that's take 6-man tag, player.
Yeah, no,
because
like that's my thing with like Edge being the face. Like, I'm just gonna say it. I know I'm gonna get hate for it, but it feels very TNA, where it's just like you're not really
Yeah.
relying on the originals.
yeah, it does. It does. But I said
No,
this on I
that's
said
what
on the
Steve
stream.
said. Well, not TNA.
Tw-
He said WCW.
no, no. I said TNA
Oh,
at
and
one
then you
point.
said TNA. You did say TNA.
TNA
No,
like
like
20, TNA 2011. TNA
yeah,
2011.
like
2011. There we go.
freaking none of the frontline members could stop the main event mafia. It was Sting, and it was just like yes, I guess you could say Sting is a TNA legend for sure, but you would have much rather it be Samoa Joe, AJ Styles, or someone of that nature. Like that's what I'm saying. It feels like very TNA-ish where it does not like yes, Edge is a great performer. I'm not trying to say Edge isn't a great performer. He's obviously a great main eventer. He's definitely needed in AEW in terms of star power and everything. Like not taking that away from him. I'm not saying like, oh, Edge is not needed. No, I'm just saying like when you think of like AEW and this hostile takeover, like is Edge a good filler feud? Absolutely. But Edge being like the guy where it's like he is all of a sudden captaining the AEW ship where I'm like, bro, like you barely been in the company. Like you haven't been in the company that long. Now all of a sudden you're the guy, you're the person that's going to be like representing the flag and trying to stop this John Moxley guy. And like you said, there's no history there. It's not like Omega. Omega has a lot of history with John Moxley. Like that's that's like a huge feud. Like when John Moxley first came to AEW, who did he attack first? Kenny Omega. They had the barbed wire death match. Then they also had the exploding barbed wire match. They've had so much tie in history. John Moxley, Kenny Omega. It's honestly one of the more underrated rivalries in AEW history and stuff. Wow, I sound like Tony Khan there, just fucking saying that shit. Sound just like that goof. But you get what I'm saying? It's like there's at least
Yeah.
something there. And when I think of AEW, Kenny Omega comes to my mind. Like, yeah, that's the motherfucker. But like I said, Edge is a good like, oh, we want a good TV main event or something of that nature. Let's have Edge take on John Moxley for the title, like at one of our special TV shows. That's fine. But when you're trying to represent Edge as like your main guy, that like this is the guy that is carrying a flag, like no, like guys like Darby Allin, guys like there's a lot more other guys they can use. Like, yeah,
Mother of all simulcast don't care about AEW originals. They're going all out on the big names, but OC Hangman and White all took major blow, and how weak they look tonight. Yeah,
because see,
Mm.
like that's why like last pay per view, I was fine with OC versus Mox being like a good filler thing, but OC made sense as someone like that needed to step up and represent AEW because we know this guy can go in the ring and we know this guy is one of the big faces of all elite wrestling. So it makes sense for him to step up and show that this is his yard and stuff. And then Heyman, like honestly, they should have just done Mox and Heyman, like screw it. Like what did Swerve do tonight? Did Swerve do anything? Was he just kind of like what did he do?
Swerve. So after the Ricochet match, he comes out to the ring and he poked fun at Ricochet because Ricochet, leading up to the match with Okada, was
Yeah.
talking that shit.
Yeah. They've
I'm
had
gonna
some backstage interactions, yes. That's all.
I'm gonna
I watched the
win. I'm
show,
gonna do
Steve.
yeah, just for those who probably haven't, and they basically led to the crowd throwing toilet paper at Ricochet. Basically. And that was it.
One of your best
Oh,
acts. And he's okay.
yeah, I know.
The guy who hates
Uh,
Heyman with the burning passion, not trying to make sure Heyman doesn't win. Okay.
Someone that could be facing Moxley as
Yeah.
well.
I'll
You know,
100%.
I'll
Yeah.
even throw one more name, and I know this is not who you want to hear, but even I'll take this because even he has a history with Moxley. Chris fucking Jericho.
Yeah.
Even
No. Yeah. No.
Jericho.
Yeah. It's not wanted, but yeah. Sure.
I'll even take
Yeah,
that.
Jericho's the king of New York now. Come on,
King of New
man.
York, bro.
You don't
King
care
of
about what's
Queens.
going on.
He's the
He's the
king of
ringer. He's the
Queens.
nueve.
He's the king of Queens, bro. Chill. He's the
Yeah.
king of
No.
Queens.
Yeah, dude. Like That's just my one thing with Edge being the guy. It's just like yes, it's a big name versus big name. Will help with the pay per view buys most likely. I think some people will be interested that Edge is going for a world title. Honestly, Edge probably is one of the bigger threats that could win the belt. But I just feel like him being like, especially when Kenny. I think the reason why I'm not a big fan of this is because Kenny also returned, and it's kind of like you're having it where Kenny Omega is more concerned with the Continental title, where it's like, bro, like these Death
Well, here's
Riders
the
are
thing too.
kind of a more importance. Because I'm sorry, what threat does Okada bring to Kenny Omega besides the fact that he's stealing his best friends? Like, and before the Continental Classic, what was Okada doing besides like, okay, I'll wrestle every once in a while? Like, it's not like Okada's causing any mischief or mayhem. He's just wrestling. Like, like,
Yeah.
like I get
It's
teasing Omega Okada. Like, that's totally fine. I get that. That's cool. But I just think when you look at it from the glasses, it's just kind of weird that like Edge coming out and challenging Okada, that would make more sense. It's like, ooh, that's a big match. We haven't seen that before. You're kind of building up like a teaser to like a match that we haven't seen, and Edge versus Okada, and then Omega coming out to kind of. But yeah, I guess Omega's not friends with FTR. But you know what? Things don't always make sense. But yeah. AEW,
yeah.
Tony Khan,
That's
not
it. That's
AEW.
it.
I always say Tony Khan because I think AEW has a great roster. They have great talent. They can put on good matches. That's not my issue with AEW. My issue
It's
is
a
just
Tony
Tony.
Khan problem. It's a
Yeah, it's
Tony Khan
Tony Khan.
problem.
Like his booking is just like one of those where it's just like, bro, like
You know what? Go on.
he can do better.
Yes.
Like you know what I'm saying? Like that's my frustration with Tony Khan is that I know he can do better, and it's like one of those things where it's just like he is not doing better. Like it's just one of those
Yeah.
things where he kind of just like books just for the sake of booking, and it's just like
He
that's why
books
he
like
needs a better.
you know what it is, bro? He books like a fan. He books like a fan. That's
Bro,
what he books.
he
He
is a
doesn't
fan.
book.
He
No,
is a
no.
fan.
But he books in the mindset of a fan still, not in the mindset of I'm a promoter. There's a difference. I feel like
Well, cause
you're
it's just like you do two returns back to back, and it's just like as I mentioned before, it's like one return feels like a bigger deal than the other. No offense to Edge, but Kenny Omega returning from a life-threatening disease and diverticulitis, I think is way bigger and way more important than Edge coming back from another Achilles injury. Like, Edge coming back from injuries, we've been seeing that since what, 2011, 2010, 2009, 2008, 2007, 2003. Like, that's normal. Like Kenny Omega coming back from a life-threatening disease, we didn't think this guy would ever wrestle again, and obviously kind of spoiled because they announced he was going to wrestle Gabe Kidd. But other than that, it's like, you know what I'm saying? It's like Kenny Omega is one of the heartbeats of AEW, one of the most important figures, and you have him come out, and it's just like that should be like a bigger deal than like freaking Edge being FTR, like because it's so obvious. Oh yeah, Edge is going to be the third guy and stuff, and yeah, okay. Yeah,
also.
whatever.
I want to mention this too. On commentary, when Daniels reference EVP that being Kenny Omega, on commentary they made it seem like he's not there as a ref. He's there as just an EVP. He's not there as the in-ring performer, Kenny Omega. That's how they made it seem also on commentary as well. So
Like I said, maybe I get proven wrong when there's the promos, because that's why there's always the promos. It's just at this moment hearing it, I just feel huge blow. It's just kind of frustrating, but
I hear
that's
you.
fine. Edge and Moxley kick off the new year for your January pay-per-view. That's fine.
Yeah, but that overall look, and that was World's End. I do want to mention this too because this kind of hit the radar or hit the news, if you will, earlier today regarding Tony Khan, where he reportedly believes airing the Jack Perry CM Punk video was a key to getting AEW's TV renewal. Yeah.
Okay. Do we need to talk about that? Walter, how was the bowl game?
Yeah.
Tell me more about that. That sounds way more interesting than talking about CM Punk and Jack Perry for the billionth time. Like we all agree it was a dumb move, but if Tony Khan believes it helped got the rate, it got the TV deal done. Sure, whatever. Walter, how's the Bowl? How was Boston?
How
Did
was
you
it?
did
How
you
was
come
Boston?
back a little bit more hatred to
Uh,
your own skin?
No, I think I
Boston.
still came. I came back. How I left Connecticut is how I came back. So
Wait,
luckily nothing too bad.
You get the
Boston,
Red Sox hat for Steve.
I get the what?
Red Sox hat.
Oh,
Steve wanted a Red
got that.
Sox hat.
Sorry, I only got a cup, so
nah, we good.
Red Sox cup. I told them I wasn't gonna keep that. They gave it. So they basically gave us a free souvenir cup because they didn't have any regular lemonades. So they said, "Fuck it, we'll give you the souvenir cup." I'm like, "Okay, I'm not a Red Sox fan, but whatever." But the bowl game was good though. It was cold, so we didn't. So we were a little late, and we left early a little bit. That's how bad that team. That's how bad UNC was, and we didn't want to stay in traffic. So,
That's good. It was a good
oh,
time though, watching your alma mater kick some ass, and
oh yeah, I'm
I
not
saw
used to
Sweet
it.
Caroline did not get over with the crowd.
Right. The first time it did, and then no, we weren't singing it again after that. It was no, it's not my cup of
How
tea.
weird was it watching a football game in a baseball stadium like that?
It was a little weird, like the setup, like you said in the chat. It was strange, but I, I got used to it after a while. I'm like, all right, it's a football game being played, and the fact that UConn's just dominating, it was like it wasn't even close. Like the score at the end got close, but it was not a close game. I was shocked. I'm like, damn, we're actually really good.
Oh wow, someone wrote this on Cage Match. It's fucking it's hilarious.
Oh, Steve and his cage match. What is it?
Sorry. What's the fuck? Oh my goodness, it's a fucking long.
All right, share the screen, Steve. I don't trust you reading this. You probably already had 2 edibles today.
Not really. I had none.
You didn't have any. It was
I didn't have any at all. Since what happened to me on Christmas Eve? Nope.
What happened, Steve?
what did happen?
Did you shoot your thought at another girl? She said no.
No, nothing like that. I I was under the weather.
You got sick?
Yeah, sick. Yeah.
Oh
Bad.
wow.
Yeah, there's a stomach flu.
Stomach.
Yeah, bro.
All that shit you be eating, bro. You're pokey and shit.
Pokey.
AEW's World End 2024 ends up being a great effort from Tony Khan and AEW, but I feel like it missed the mark like last year's did. Wait, so how is it a great effort, but it missed the mark? Okay. This felt like a super episode of. Okay, no. Hold up. It was a great effort, but it felt like a super episode of Dynamite, which in a sense that isn't. Like, what? How is it a great effort? But then you say it isn't good. We opened with Fletcher and Osprey, which was good, but not as good as their last match, obviously. Osprey gashed himself pretty darn good. Okada and Ricochet was disappointing to say the least. Heel versus heel dynamics don't usually work, but Okada was more of a face here, but it didn't matter. The crowd seemed tired already, and it felt so meh. After the match, Swerve came out and made Ricochet look like a giant dork. May versus Rosa was another one that felt underwhelming. A lot of incomplete hits, moves, and vice versa. What? Okay, reading this. Is that on Rosa or is that on Mariah May?
More on both, to be honest, because it
No.
felt like to be fair too, like it's supposed to be a Tijuana street fight,
Yes.
right? And the only thing that was Tijuana about it was the fact that Mariah May took a sip of some tequila.
Okay.
It spat in the face of Thunder Rosa. For all we know, probably apple cider, or apple juice or some shit like that.
Romeo. So afterwards, Romeo wants you to tell the whole 6 story word for word after I read this review. I really want to hear this. It sounds very entertaining. The only good spot was the thumbtack spot. Was it good?
It was all right. I mean, it could have been better because it looked like what's it called? Thunder Rosa was going to put Mariah May through it, and it got countered. And obviously, Mariah May hit the thumbtack spot on Thunder Rosa.
Nice.
In front of Thunder Rosa's father, who was sitting in the front row.
Oh wow, crazy. we moved on to MJF and Adam Cole. And good Lord, keep Adam Cole away from an AEW ring and let him recover. He's out of shape and he's still weak in the ankle. Was Adam Cole bad in this match?
They both kind of were, to be
Definitely not
honest.
his best. MJF was a little rusty himself.
The match was just old and taunts and basic moves with a crappy ending. With the crappy ending. And yay, Undisputed Era is back. But at what cost? At what cost?
Oh, what?
Takeshita versus Hobbs was decent, but underwhelming. A sea of underwhelming matches we've had here. How is this a great effort? And this sounds like I've hated this show. Like, this is what this review is doing. The crowd is tired and action was slow most of the time. Bobet versus Statlander was good. I'd say as good as their match at Full Gear, but they did drag it out at the end. Okada versus Ospreay was the match of the night. Absolute match of the night. A masterclass of wrestling and storytelling. The Queener! Kenny Omega makes his return to a huge ovation. Yeah, it was a pretty big pop. Seems to be they are setting up a match for All In Texas. The main event was majorly disappointing. Everything felt good, but just not there in terms of everything. Wait, how did everything? Okay, this guy is clearly confused. We started in a confusing brawl, and then Mox was taken out. We then just had an average four-way with the overbooked ending, and then FTR and Adam Copeland returned in the most sloppiest way possible. Mic issues, dissisters from FTR's return and TV ending just felt so dull. This was a decent pay-per-view and had issues in the booking department. I love AEW, but the last 2 and 3 months have been a letdown in my opinion. Now, let me go back. AEW's Worlds End 2024 ends up being a great effort, but he was disappointed. Like, how is this a great effort? That you should say it was a poor effort.
Yeah, let down. You should say, like, you know what? I would have accepted. We just said, it was, mid.
Yeah, it was not a good. Okay, Steve, sixth story, word for word. Tell us the story that you told Christian Romeo, word for word.
Well, let's just say, I got sick on Christmas Eve.
This is not a Steve story. Right? Like, I need that. Well, if I can recall, and then you break it down like detail by detail.
Well, let's put it this way. Started off with a fever, a crazy
No.
fever.
How did you tell me about the edible experience, and then how did it make you sick?
No. Like, I didn't have the edible. I'm just taking precaution, not taking edibles for a while. Basically, that's what. This is.
I thought an edible got you sick. So what happened?
No.
What made Steve's tummy almost blow up?
I started off with, I went to work that morning, and one thing led to another, and I guess
one thing led to another?
It started off with me just being cold as all hell, and then I'm going to like pull a can, and I'm having trouble pulling it, which normally doesn't happen.
Okay,
and I'm like, yeah, right now I'm not feeling good right now. I'm not feeling good. I just know, like, fuck, right? So then I get home. I'm in bed. I'm sleeping, right? My brother shows up, right, from Chicago, and we're eating, because again, we're eating dinner here for Christmas Eve, me and my mother and my brother, and literally 2 bites, and I'm like, yo, I can't eat this stuff. I'm full. I can't. Like,
damn, you disrespect your mom's cooking like that?
I'm not feeling good. I mean, that doesn't happen to everybody.
Did she get mad? Was she like, stay on?
No. She kind of like, she could tell that I wasn't feeling good.
Okay.
Like,
she didn't get mad.
I guess like, doesn't happen to everyone though. Like, when they're not feeling good, like they take like 2 bites and it's like, yeah, I can't eat right now. I'm full. You know what I'm saying? And then it just proceeds to me going to the bathroom, and let's just say
you puked.
No. Like, I had to, relieve myself. You
took a big shit.
Let's just say more than one.
Oh Jesus! You had diarrhea.
Basically.
Oh no!
For like 2 days.
Oh man, Steve.
2 days, basically, dude.
That's hurting my colon, and I have colon issues. Jesus.
And like, dude, it's I'm good now, but I feel more leaner, obviously. I went back to the gym today. You know what I mean? So that's a plus.
Wait, Romeo, please let me know. Is he telling it word for word? I need to know. because
I'm trying to keep it. I'm trying to keep it like not so like
man, you were struggling, huh, Steve? Did you
So
ever?
I went from I basically dropped down like almost 12 pounds almost.
Yeah,
I didn't, bro. I did 2 days. I did not eat. I literally fasted for 2 days. The fasting.
well, yeah, no, because trust me, I have that when I have my flare ups. I literally can't eat anything solid. So yeah, it does help.
So
It does help you. It does in a good way, in a bad way, and stuff. Like just make sure you don't overeat and
no,
stuff
like I'm now
afterwards.
like I'm taking precaution. Like I'm not. You know what I'm saying? So
Yeah,
I
just
realize
don't
now.
overeat after having diarrhea. It's good to just kind of like ease yourself back up. And
Just
I don't
take
know, Steve. Maybe this
bites.
will help. Yeah, maybe this will help you, Steve. Keep your weight.
No, because like I went to the gym
Wait. You were
today,
proud that you lost 12 pounds just shitting.
bro. Look, man. By any means necessary at this point. By any means
So where you
necessary.
at now? Like 290?
We could be there in a few days. It could be there.
Wow.
Let's put it this way. Right now, I'm like around 309. Put it that way. I can leave.
How much weight did you gain?
Bro, I was like around 319 around there.
Oh my God, Walter, you hear this guy?
Hey, bro.
319.
Hey, bro. I'm back down to 309, and I can
Oh
literally.
my God.
He lost. That's how he lost his weight. The
Yeah.
sickness.
Taking stinky poo poo shits the whole time.
Stinky poo poos, bro.
Yeah, you Steve's like going
Bro,
Super Saiyan in the restroom.
Yeah, he
bro.
enjoyed it.
I felt bad. I felt bad, dude. Like, yo, I
He
felt
felt
I like, bro, because you know it sucks too. Like, like I had to keep going, like and again, it just keeps going, and it's like and just the paranoia of like
Oh, dude,
a bourbon ass, and next thing you know, just
Steve, you don't have to tell me, bro. Like, I trust me, I know what that's like. You take one bite of something and you have to run to the restroom.
no, just the idea of like you gotta rip ass, and next thing you know what I'm saying, and it's like,
ugh.
bro.
Why'd you do the sound effect? You didn't need to do that. Yeah, what would Powerhouse Hobbs say to you
Look, man.
gaining all this weight?
Look, man.
Man,
You gotta look yourself in the mirror, man. Okay, blame yourself. You gotta blame yourself,
Yeah,
man.
you gotta blame yourself. You were at 280 and now you're back to 300. I'm disappointed.
Look, bro, we going back at it though. That's all I know.
Yeah. All right. What you
But
guys get for Christmas?
what happened?
What you guys get for Christmas? I think that this is more important than wrapping
Well,
up. But no, don't show me Timu Goku. I don't want to see Timu Goku.
you see this background? See this background behind me? See this background?
Yeah, who got you
Yeah.
that?
My cousin.
That's a cool gift, actually. I was gonna
It's
comment. I like the little background, Steve.
it's basically like one of those little like thing you turn off the lights and you just into like stars and shit like that. And
Are you gonna leave that on when you go to sleep, like your nightlight?
maybe so. Maybe so.
What else you get,
But
Steve? That's you got more than that. What else did you get?
coffee mug, a little coffee thing, basically.
Oh, that's cool.
And your Timu Goku.
Oh,
Yeah, Timu Goku. Dude, that
and
shit looked like it was from Timu. That Bandai. Yeah, right.
and also I had to get myself a fucking new car battery. That sucked.
No. What did your mom and brother get you, Steve? Just their company?
Just their my brother just hospitality. But
They
yeah.
didn't get you a gift?
My mother,
A hug.
the
mom,
mug.
the mug.
Oh, that's cool. Okay.
Yeah, basically.
Walter, what you get for Christmas?
I guess a few things. Well, my mom just gave me cash. She didn't
Must
want
be
to go
nice.
with no present. But my girl got me a Coach wallet.
Oh,
Got me
nice.
something else too, but I can't find it. It's some type of cologne. I can't find it though.
Dang, that's nice. Good gifts.
And yeah, just little things here and there. Yeah.
My coworkers at
Yeah.
Kohl's, one of them, she got me a sick Chargers pullover dry fit. Then the
Oh,
other coworker, she got me a Chargers tumbler. So I got some Chargers stuff. And
By the way,
then
congrats,
other,
by the way. Congrats.
oh yeah,
Congrats, by the
playoffs.
way.
Who's got it
Yeah.
better than us?
Fuck Coach Staley. Huh?
Nobody. Yeah, fuck Coach Staley,
Playoff
piece of
spot
shit.
right there.
Yeah. So, and then what else? What else did I get?
True. I got Undisputed NBA 2K25 and Madden
Jesus.
25.
Hey, Merry Christmas to you, Crystal Clear.
Merry Christmas.
Alright.
Merry Christmas to you.
Yeah. So then my other coworkers got me like baked goods and chocolate. So I always appreciate that. I always tell people like gifts. I'm not really big on them, but like if you give me something thoughtful or if you get me food, I'm normally pretty happy. Like that normally makes me happy and stuff. And then obviously WrestleMania tickets. That was my main Christmas gift. My ticket being covered and stuff. So got that as an early Christmas gift and stuff, and also considered my birthday gift since my birthday's in a couple weeks. So that was kind of combined. And then girlfriend got me Kobe 8s. She got me the black and gold ones and stuff. I think they're just like a basic team colorway and stuff. She got me those. Chapstick, Dr. Squatch soap, some proper number 12, and a cigar. Yep. And then my mom got me also Charizard Crocs, like the Crocs. I love Crocs. I wear them all the time. She got me Charizard ones. My brother got me like a Charizard statue with like a bunch of packs. That was pretty cool. My aunt got me this portable blender. It's pretty sick. It's like you just put in some batteries or you just charge it up and it does the blending for the protein shakes. And then a bunch of shirts from my favorite brands, Columbia and Eddie Bauer. So I made out like a bandit, to be honest. I got some good stuff for Christmas and whatnot. So
That's what's
Cool.
up. That's what's up, man.
Yeah,
What's up?
can't go wrong with clothes. I forgot she also got me PJs too, even though I don't wear PJs, but it's
you know,
polo, so
I'm not a PJ guy either. Like, you know what I go to bed in? A nice comfy t-shirt and basketball shorts. That's it.
Same.
yeah. Well, sometimes nothing. Just go no shorts, but
Just boxers, just pure boxers and a tank top.
boxers, and maybe a
But
tank
now
top.
when it's summertime, I do the tank top, bro. It's just boxers, bro. I'm good.
That's what I'm saying. Right now, yes, I sometimes even sleep in sweats by accident, but yeah, I don't wear
Yeah, I
PJs
feel
like
like
that.
PJs are one of the most overrated things. Like in my
Yeah.
opinion, like what's the point? Like basketball shorts, they do the same thing and stuff. Just wear your favorite boxers underneath your basketball shorts, or like you say, just wear boxers. Like, why do I need like this shirt? Like, what is this shirt going to make me feel? Like, I don't know. It just bugged me.
Yeah, pretty much. If not, you just wear to the gym the next day. I'm good. You know what I mean? It is
Yeah,
what
yeah.
it is.
That's the way I look at it. I wake up and I just go up. I'm dressed for the gym. Then I just go to the
Basically,
gym or go to my home gym and work out and same shit. You know, don't have to
pretty much,
worry
yeah.
about smelling good in this shit. Yeah.
Pretty much. That's the thing too. But outside of that, what do you guys have planned for New Year's?
Nothing really.
Same.
I
Not much.
well, I
It's on,
might
it's
be
on
going
a
out.
it's on a Tuesday. It's kind of a weird day.
Yeah, it is. It is, right? It's kind of weird. Like New Year's
Yeah.
Eve, right? I might be going out with my cousin to some dive bar that he knows. And
Dive bar.
yeah,
Dive bar.
if
I don't
not,
know,
we
Steve. You
probably
might have to take some stinky poo
nah.
shit there.
Or if not, we might hit Hoboken or Jersey City. Probably one of the two. which I
Hit
don't
up your
mind.
favorite spot, Atlantic City.
Nah, brother, we
Yeah,
good.
go to Atlantic City on New Year's Eve. Why
You
not?
never,
Yeah,
never,
go to the MGM. Start building your rewards points, Steve.
could be. You never know. Just never know. But overall, that's basically the plan for New Year's, as far as I know, because we'll see. We'll see how that goes and stuff like that. Because my other cousin, where we normally go every single year, she's off to Colombia with her husband. So there's that. So there go the annual tradition.
Annual
much.
tradition.
Yeah, we used to just go to my cousin's house. We just party at her house. We used to do happy hour. Like my bad, we used to call it power hour. So you take
Happy hour.
I was like,
basically
what? She charges you
power.
for fucking drinks at her place?
No, power. So basically, what it is,
Hour.
you take a shot at the beginning of every minute.
No.
for a whole hour. Take a shot, basically.
Mm.
And the last person remaining is basically the winner, basically.
Oh, okay.
Cool.
The powerhouse Hobbs Hour.
Yeah, what the fuck is this? I'm like, goddamn.
Yeah, bro. Like, look, man, I want to
So is
believe the
Timu
reason.
Goku gonna sing you a lullaby Steve tonight?
Oh, shit, man. Ugh.
Look at this. The Goku from Timu, bro.
Oh
Hey guys,
man,
Goku here.
that
I
place
mean,
Hey
is
guys,
got the
Goku here,
there.
and
Yeah.
Steve's about to go to sleep with the leprechaun.
it got
Oh yeah,
the, you know,
Steve, we gotta go to sleep. Actually, you take that edible tonight? Yeah. Who's got it better than us, guys? Nobody.
nobody who got it better than us. Look, man, the reality is, and I'm glad we did this today because honestly, on Monday I do want to just do like the end of the year, like just
Mm.
play old clips from 2024,
Oh wow.
and I guess clips of me falling asleep at full gear and shit.
Yeah, that'd be. When you plan on doing that stream, Steve? What time?
Monday. What time's good for you guys? What time is good for you guys?
I get off at 6 on Monday.
Your time, right? So that would be like 9 p.m. my time.
Yeah, so yeah, and you have to go to bed for work.
Yeah, that's the thing. Like, bro,
Oh, another year-end show I'm missing. Oh well.
Unless you do it during Raw.
What's you
Raw
doing
that
Raw?
important.
I mean, Raw. That really. I mean,
The
The go
last
home
one
show for
before Netflix.
Netflix.
Yeah, go home
the
show
one.
for the Netflix
the-
PLE.
yeah, exactly. What's on that show anyway? What's going to be on that
That's what I'm
program?
saying. Hey, that show ain't that important. It's a 2 hour Raw, I think.
2 hour Raw. Yeah, enjoy it now, boys, because Raw next week, Raw after this week is going to be
Is it gonna be 3 hours?
3 hours, and
Wow.
even SmackDown will be 3 hours too.
Oh man, who wants that? SmackDown for 3 hours? You must be out of your damn mind.
Yeah, well,
I'd rather watch Rampage for 3 hours.
Well,
Yeah,
about that,
we didn't even watch Rampage for one.
I can't watch for 1 hour.
This guy was criticizing fans for not standing up tonight when he was dead asleep at full. Yeah, I know.
Oh yeah, no, Steve, you can't criticize fan behavior at all.
Also got $100 bill. That's what's up, Christopher.
Cool.
Chargers beat the
Oh,
sorry
man.
ass Patriots.
Yeah,
Those
dude,
bitches stink.
it fucking killed them, bro. It was,
Bro.
yeah, it's sad. So the best receiver on the Chargers, Lad McConkey, we traded with the Patriots to get him, and then the two receivers that the Patriots had. So McConkey today had 98 yards for the whole NFL season. Those two receivers that they took only have 78 yards.
Damn.
That's static.
And
That's
then also with the picks that we traded the Patriots, we took a guy called Tarheeb Still, who's been one of our best corners this year too. So we kind of robbed the Patriots. It's pretty funny.
What was the final score?
40-7.
40-7. So
stink.
in soccer terms, that is like
Like 6-1.
Like 5.
6-1.
Yeah.
6-1. Pretty much.
Yeah.
Couple Drake. Yeah, there was a couple
Yeah,
Drake money.
Honestly, the only reason why they got their touchdown because it was a free play, like because they were able to because our guy jumped offside, so he just chucked it deep.
Basically, yeah, that's the kind of game where it's like, bro, if you're the losing team after 3-0, I'm leaving halftime. Fuck this shit. I ain't staying for this. I ain't staying for this. But yeah, that was
On to the playoffs. Got the Raiders next week.
okay. That's what's up.
Yeah, should be a great game.
Yes. What else is I know that's gonna be Kevin Owens and Cody in a ladder match this coming at the Royal Rumble.
Yeah.
And I know I've seen the clip already of what happened at Final Battle 2012. People are hoping that happens.
The funniest clip I saw, someone said Randy Orton coming back and doing the Sammy Guevara cutter off the ladder.
Yeah. Can you imagine? Like, yeah, maybe 2K, maybe ATP gaming. You know what I mean? If you just tweak, if you just like add some different moves as to Randy. But can you imagine though, like him doing that in real life, like springboard from the top turnbuckle onto a ladder and then hit the RKO on Kevin Owens? Shit.
Oh, that shit would be hilarious. I think the only thing we'll get from Randy is he'll pull the leg and catch it for RKO. If he does show up in that match.
If he does, or not, they'll just say him for the Rumble. They'll say him for the Rumble and stuff like that.
Match.
No, they'll save Cody for the Rumble. My bad, Randy for the Rumble match. I'm sorry, the Rumble
What,
match.
They're
Cody's
playing
gonna
the match.
try to go for the title he didn't care about now? He's like, oh, you know what? I want that belt now.
Imagine that.
Yeah.
There's even discussion that Cody and Cena are gonna go at it, and I'm like, just not a WrestleMania. I hope. Not a WrestleMania.
Go, come on, Steve. You're not going to be thrilled if it's Cody and Cena at WrestleMania. You're there.
I'd rather be somebody. I don't. I'd rather be somebody else though for Cena at WrestleMania.
Who?
Here's the thing, right? The story has to be, or he has to first win a one-on-one match before he even goes for number 17, right? Because I think
he's going to win the Rumble.
What
are we talking about?
Nah, he's gonna lose the Rumble and win the Chamber.
I've never seen Walter so tired.
Yeah, I'm exhausted.
Bro, he had a long day. Walter,
long day, 4-hour drive.
Saw his old college win.
Yeah, it's from 11 in the morning.
Just like
how many? This has to be the UConn's first bowl game in a minute.
Yeah, the first bowl win since 2010. I think last time I went to a bowl game was in like 2016. They lost. But
damn.
Yeah, but they this is a big win for them. Their first 9-win season since 2007, I believe.
Did they have any like shirts from the bowl game that you want to cop or no?
Nah, it's just a Fenway Ball logo. I don't give a damn about that shit.
Oh yeah, ew. Yeah, definitely not.
I don't care. I know Wasabi. I don't even know what that brand is. I think they sell like cleaning supplies or something. I don't know what the fuck that was, but the game itself was fine. But like I said, UNC, they're trash. Bill Belichick, he gotta fix that team up.
Question here, real quick.
Oh, don't worry, Walter. I'm gonna fix them up right. I'm gonna play this UNC football.
I'm not gonna show this clip. I was gonna say if I play this 29-second clip of Edge saying he wants to do a gritty old school NWA World Heavyweight title match with Jon Moxley in 2025 at the media scrum. So he's sitting there with FTR and Tony Khan.
No,
Tony Khan is
Edge 55-minute classic with John. Getting Jon Moxley to wrestle a match for 55 minutes, that sounds like a challenge.
For real, what's he thinking?
Not for nothing though, but Moxley looked like he got himself in a little bit of shape.
No, he's in shape. No, Moxley's always is in shape. Yeah, he's just not a good wrestler.
like he ready to go train for Meta Morris, yo.
He doesn't
like I'm just being honest when I say this. Moxley's always been in shape. Like Moxley's issue is that you told Moxley, like you go, okay, Moxley, you gotta wrestle an actual match. Do moves and whole Moxley ain't doing that shit. Like Moxley's a good brawler. He's good at hardcore matches and stuff. But when people rank Moxley as one of the better in-ring workers, I'm like, do you ever watch a Jon Moxley match? Like, do you think he's not good?
Yeah, but it looked like here, like bro, like there's.
Can you name me one match again from Jon Moxley when he was Dean Ambrose where you're like, wow, that was a great match? Like, how many matches that Brock Lesnar has, and we say, oh yeah, Lesnar put a good match. Notice his worst matches with who? Jon Moxley. Why is that? Because Jon Moxley is not that good.
You can even watch it on mute. Please play this clip in the chat.
What clip?
From the Radicals.
Maybe a clip they shared on Twitter.
A lot went on here. So hold up.
Share it.
Please play this clip. I put in. Okay, I'm gonna play it right now.
Make it such a big deal about this.
All right, here we go. Thankfully, I got it here. There you go.
What does Timu Goku think of this?
Ready for this?
Yeah. Let's see what he says.
So I can play the clip. I can play it, right? Not gonna be
Yeah,
no
you're
issue.
fine. It's just from the scrum. They're not. It's on X. You're fine, Steve. You're just reaction channels. You're fine.
What I would consider a lot of chatter online, negativity in regards to the product. And obviously, you're just coming off a brand new television deal. You're going to be on Max. You're going to be doing all this stuff. Do you guys have at least a strategy for next year to try to combat a lot of this negativity that festers online and is basically done for almost monetary reasons to basically bring down.
Well, he is so pissed. Like, look at his face. He's like puckering. He's like, "What do you mean there's negativity in AEW? There's no negativity at all in all elite wrestling. I think everything." Let me guess what Tony Khan says here. Let me guess before you continue playing. Well, I like to say that there is not really a lot of negativity going on in AEW. I think we are producing some of the best shows in 2024. Heading into 2025, we're going to keep producing great content. I'm happy with the partnership that we have with WBD and Max, and I'm very excited with everything going on. And, if people don't like our shows, I apologize, but I think we're putting out some of the best product out there. Something like that. All right.
Now play the clip.
Yeah, now play the clip.
Yo, look at that. Oh my God, bro.
On what you guys are doing when you guys are literally, having in regards to money, your best year that you've had since you've started.
Yeah, you're right. Yeah,
said,
this is my best
see it
year.
online, and it's difficult. It's hard. It's hard to watch if you're a fan of AEW to just see again a lot of the negativity in regards to and it's bad faith negativity as well. So
I think there's, like you said, so many great positive things.
No, we didn't get to hear what Tony Khan had to say.
So here's his response. Here's his response, right? It's the biggest year in terms of success for AEW. Last year, we sold 81,035 tickets, set the world record for tickets sold. Even then, people tried to
world record?
Yeah. This is what he said. Yeah. We set the world record for tickets.
World record? Wait, world record was? You're telling me Taylor Swift didn't sell the world record? I wouldn't look at it for a concert.
Even better. You can even hear him say this shit. Even better. Okay. Hold the fries, y'all. Hold the fries.
You're a fan of a.
Hold the fries. Let me
wait, what are you doing?
I'm trying to share the new one now.
Yeah, you just had the new one up.
There you go.
I just see it online, and it's difficult. It's hard. It's hard to watch if you're a fan of again a lot of the negativity in regards to and it's bad faith negativity as well. So
I think there's, like you said, so many great positive things. I'm really excited about all the great things we're doing. And like you said, it is the biggest year in terms of success and achieving a big goal in the history of AEW. And that's really saying something. Last year, we made a lot of history. Going to Wembley Stadium, we sold 81,035 tickets. Over 81,000 tickets sold. We set the world record for tickets sold. And even then, people tried to poke holes in what we did last year, saying, you only sold.
What did Taylor Swift
Allegedly, people said 73,000. We sold 81,000. But the fact that people would even try to hold up 73,000, if it even was that, like, it would be a bad thing. That's amazing. What an amazing achievement. To have the kind of success we had at Wembley Stadium, that's an amazing achievement. Then this year to make a historic media rights deal, which really sets the stage for what we were just talking about.
Yeah, I pretty much summed it up what he was going to say. Like, he pretty much just said, like, oh yeah, we did great here, and here and stuff. First of all, whoever that journalist is, hand in your badge. Like, that was very biased. Like,
he tried to let me. Can you hear the thing too? Let's be real about this, bro. And again, the varsity media people aren't even there right now. The varsity crew, if you get what I'm saying.
Yeah,
this is the JB.
JB time. Yeah, no, because the thing is, in terms of what this guy was saying, yes, there are sadly there are accounts that do bad faith AEW takes and stuff. I would like to think I'm fair in my AEW criticism. Like I'm more critical of Tony Khan's booking. I don't really blame the talent for that, unless it's Moxley, because I think Moxley is just doing his own thing type of shit. But I'm critical on certain things with AEW for sure, but I don't think AEW is like horrible. Like it's has it lost steam? Absolutely, we can't deny it there that it's lost steam. I mean, viewership is even backing up that claim because it just keeps going down. Like they started at 800,000 this year and now they're at 500,000. So there's a bunch of people who said, "Yeah, this product is not what I want it to be," or "This product is just not good," and they turned it off. We can't argue that whatsoever. People have definitely turned off the television for AEW. Does that mean the show has been bad? No, because there's been months where AEW has put on really good television. Like I felt the month of July was a very strong month for AEW. This month with the Continental Classic, a lot of people felt it restored the feeling. I was kind of in and out with it. Like I just wasn't really feeling this pay-per-view build. So I really didn't really care too much to watch AEW on a weekly basis, like live. I watch it via replay? Absolutely. But was it on because I wanted to watch it, or was it on because it was background noise? More so it was background noise as I was doing chores or other projects. And I would stop if there was a match that really, caught my interest. Last week's Dynamite was a good episode with them meeting Hammerstein. It felt different. It felt bigger, felt badder, I guess you could say. So it felt like a good show. And stuff. Did I watch it on Christmas Day? Did I tell my family, like, hey, sorry, I got to watch Dynamite? No, I just watched it on December 26th, like a normal human being. But yeah,
I was at home, so I had it on, but
yeah. You're taking big stinky poo poo shits. You probably had it on your toilet. You were watching Will Ospreay versus Brody King on the toilet, and then when you saw Brody King do anything, you were like, God, I gotta take a bigger shit. That's pretty much what happened, right? But no, I don't think AEW is bad at all. Like I think AEW. The problem is it's just Tony Khan is just inconsistent with his booking, and I just feel the storylines are just not intriguing enough for a lot of people. Like AEW does have stories, but the stories just aren't good. Like that's the main thing of it. Your world title feud is a hostile takeover, but
I've seen go on. Like
no, I'm just I just don't know why there's a hostile takeover. There just is one. You had a chance to have one of the biggest storylines of the year with the EVPs and Tony Khan, and then that kind of went to the wayside. Like you wasted Tony Khan getting an attack on television in Daly's place for what? You know what I'm saying? Like it was just one of those. So Tony Khan can wear a neck brace at the NFL draft and then call Vince McMahon the
Harvey Weinstein.
the Harvey Weinstein. Yeah, like was that like the main thing, or was your main thing like that? That's my thing. It was just like this year, obviously, business wise, yes, successful for AEW, but we've been saying this since January. They were always going to get a TV deal. It wasn't like this was something that was not going to happen. Like they were going to get a TV deal. They were going to get the television rights from Warner Brothers Discovery. Like how many times have I said like in the beginning of January, I said, yeah, they're going to get a TV deal. Like that was not out of the question and stuff. But it's just one of those things, man. Like interest in AEW is low, but
it is.
There are accounts, unfortunately, that do bad faith take AEW and stuff. But I also do feel like AEW fans don't do themselves any favors because they're so defensive over this company
for no reason.
Yeah, like it's like they feel like they're morally better because they defend AEW, but it's like AEW doesn't need your defense, just like WWE doesn't need your defense. Like, really, to be honest, AEW could care less that you're defending them because they wouldn't even fucking give you any flowers if you died the next day. And as much as you think Tony Khan's this nice guy, he could care less if you passed away. That's just pretty much it. He's a billionaire for a reason. They only care about one thing, these billionaires, and that's the bottom line. They don't care about anything else but that. So, but the thing is, it's just like, it's always going to be everlasting war with it, and anyone that gives
Sadly.
fair critiques towards AEW, um, unfortunately, you can't really give fair critiques sometimes because people think that you're trying to bash the product. But I look at AEW and I say, wow, this is one of the more wasted potential rosters that I see right now with the names and the talent that they have. It should feel so much bigger. And
Yeah.
the fact that it doesn't feel bigger is quite disappointing to me. Like the fact that it's like kind of one of those where it's just like, hey, we can only rent half the arena because that's the amount of tickets that we could sell. That's not good. Like to me, like that's where it's frustrating with AEW, where it's just like you look at the names, you look at the roster, and I don't know what it is, if it's Tony Khan's booking, but he just makes it feel like these guys are
Minor
not as
league.
big. Yeah, he
More
doesn't.
minor. Yeah.
Yeah, it's on Tony Khan because they have the talent,
Yeah.
they have the match quality, they have everything that you're kind of looking for as an alternative or a challenger brand to WWE. But it's just the identity is just so out of whack, and it just feels like sometimes Tony Khan just doesn't get out of his own way because, like I said, it's just more frustrating as a fan because they should still feel like a legit challenge to WWE. They should still be getting 900,000 to 1 million viewers every single week. And that's just a fact. But the fact that they don't feel as big as they used to be, I feel like that's what's frustrating to me. And I know that Tony Khan can book better. I know that AEW can be better, but the fact that they're not better, that's where sometimes it frustrates me with the AEW fans is they settle because they're okay with like just the good matches. Like they're like, okay, the good matches are good enough. And it's like, okay, cool. You had the good matches. You're doing the good things. Like, I'm not saying the matches aren't important, but it's like, you're just pretty much just rely. You just like to show. You like if you say you like AEW because of the good matches, that's fine. But that can't be your main argument of everything with AEW. Like when it comes to the storylines, it's just so bad right now. Like not every storyline hits or is as interesting. So
Doesn't.
yeah, AEW they have a lot of hurdles to overcome in 2025. They definitely can overcome them if Tony Khan gets
They
his
can.
head out of his ass. But
And we're
I don't.
cheering for
I
them. Look, we're cheering for them. We're rooting for them at the end of the day. Like, don't think that.
I don't think you are, Steve. Yeah, I think you're the number one AEW hater.
Nah, come on, don't say that.
Oh, what do you mean? Your show's name is sad. Anytime anything bad
Something.
happens, you perk up and you get excited. And Steve, you're not a big AEW. You're not a big AEW supporter.
Nah, come on, that's ridiculous.
You're
Come
not
on.
the biggest. You're not the biggest supporter.
Come on.
Yeah, you only went to Double or Nothing because you want to hang with me in Vegas. You didn't go for the
I
pay-per-view.
flew to Chicago for the first
Yeah,
Forbidden Door.
to hang with your brother.
Besides that, but still,
Yeah.
also, hey, it's a wrestling show. But even that, I flew out there. Even that, like,
Yeah.
yo, I'm going to
Yeah,
Chicago, I'm going to Forbidden Door. You know what I mean? So
Yeah.
that too. So yeah.
Yeah, but no, yeah, I do agree that there are bad faith takes, but I just hate the take that I just hate that if you post anything negative on AEW, people
They
think you're
show
just
up.
hating. People just think you're hating, and it's like, dog, I ain't trying to hate like that. Like, it's not it's not trying to hate. I'm just
instead too, like instead of just hating on, instead of they just want to hate on you for what you say, but instead they don't want to like give you some insight. You know what I'm saying? Like at least if I'm wrong on something, educate me.
Yeah. No.
Instead of
But like I said,
educate,
it's just more frustrating because like I just look at the roster and I'm like, wow, look at this roster, it's so fucking good. How come we're not reaching this max potential that this roster could be? Like it just feels like that NFL team, like or that soccer club. You see the roster and you're like, why are these guys not good? That's why it frustrates me. Where it's just like, how come this program is not as strong as it was? Because let's just be honest, like this roster is way better than what they had in 2019, 2020, and 2021. Like how? Like how is it just not connecting where it's like people want to watch the show? And And I don't think it's a talent issue. It's definitely not a talent issue. It's not a match. It's not matches issue. It's a Tony Khan issue. It's a Booker issue. It's
Yeah.
an
And I said
issue.
this. We said this before. AEW doesn't have an AEW problem. They have a Tony Khan problem. That's what it is.
Well, you keep showing his fucking picture, Steve.
Just to prove, I could have just done this. You know what I mean? Like, but still, you get what I'm saying.
Yeah, no, yeah. Like I don't blame the wrestlers. I blame mostly the booker behind it. And I just feel he is not doing a good job at what I'll say this as a promoter. I just don't think he's doing a good job making these guys feel larger than life in terms of like making them feel like bigger than what they're supposed to be. Like, it's not a size thing or whatsoever. I just think he's not doing a good job maximizing what he has in this talent that he has, and he's not making this talent feel like big stars, and that's on him. Not on the wrestlers, because I think the wrestlers are all doing their part. I think Swerve and Hangman are perfect examples of getting around the bad booking and becoming bigger stars. I think Jay White is also a solid example of someone that's been fed a lot of chicken shit, and he has tried his best to make it into chicken salad and stuff. Not everything hits with him, but he has tried his best to make it into chicken salad when he needs to be. So I feel like there's some wrestlers who are good at overcoming it, and I don't think Tony Khan is good with like maximizing the potential of wrestlers. I feel it's more, can you get him someone that's hot and he'll give you the story, but he's not good at like besides Hangman, I can't name another star that he's created. I feel like a lot of the stars in AEW created themselves.
Or it just came from Japan or from the independents, and they had their following. And now
exactly.
Orange Cassidy. Orange Cassidy. I remember watching him at an Evolve show many years ago, and he got this big reaction that you're seeing now. Obviously that was bigger, but he was still getting that reaction. Darby Allin's another one, and so on and so forth. With many others out there on this roster.
Like, I feel like the only guys that he's really created into bigger stars are Hangman, MJF.
The fuck?
What? What do you mean?
Something just glared up here, but yeah, go on.
Hangman, MJF.
I would say Daniel Garcia, but
no, he's not a bigger star.
Ricky Starks, but Tony was
no. We're talking about they transcended past like what you thought they would be, and it was because of his booking.
Oh, okay.
Hey man, I guess the Acclaimed. Can we throw the Acclaimed in there?
I guess so. Yeah, even though now they're broken up, but like, yeah, sure.
Yeah, the Acclaimed when they were a tag team. Yeah, Eddie I feel Kingston? Like a lot of the rest. I think you maximize that. Or was that Eddie doing it on his own?
Well, some would say it's Eddie doing it on his own at first, but it's like also, Tony booked him in matches here and there, and he made it work. He got it over.
Yeah, okay. Yeah. Do we give him credit for Swerve, or do we think Swerve did that on his own? Because I think Swerve did that on his own.
I think Swerve did it on his own. I think Swerve did it on his own, and he's still thriving on his own right now.
Yeah. I think with Tony Khan, it's just like one of my biggest issues with him as a booker is that he gets the wrestlers, but he just doesn't know how to like make them into supernovas like he's supposed to. Like he just kind of like is okay with what their spots and stuff. Like, yeah, that's I feel like my biggest issue with Tony Khan, where he just doesn't take advantage of what he has and maximizes their full potential as a booker or promoter. Like he finds a way to mess them up more times than he does correct them and stuff. Like he got Jay White at his hottest, and he messed that up. Yeah, he created Wardlow into a potential great main eventer and messed that up. Takeshita, he's been messing up on and off. So yeah, like, and then guys like Mox, Danielson, Punk, those guys he got like gift wrapped. Even Kenny Omega, he got gift wrapped, as a big star. Cody as a big star. Jericho was already a big name. It wasn't like Chris Jericho became bigger because Tony Khan did a great job with it. No, Jericho was already the big name. They gave him the belt for a reason first, so yeah. So yeah, I think that was a fair. I think that's my biggest critique on Tony Khan as a booker / promoter is just really, to be honest, I don't think he knows how to maximize these guys into like their absolute best potential and sets them up in that potential. Like, yes, there are some names that we could use. I mean, I guess Jack Perry, you could also say maybe on that list of guys that he created, but really, to be honest, was that because he did that, or was that because of the whole CM Punk situation?
I would
Was
say
that
I would say the CM Punk situation for sure.
yeah?
I think
That he became the scapegoat and everything. Yeah, yeah. But you know, I I I I root for the guy. I hope he does well. It's just for me, I just don't know if he's really the guy. You know, like the
yeah,
guy to really reach to take AEW to that new heights. I think he's important for AEW's business.
yeah.
I just think he needs someone else to help get these guys to the next level because they have such a great roster, and it's just such a shame that this roster is going to waste. It's like Jaguars, great roster going to waste.
Yeah. And the
All right, we can
reality
wrap it
is,
up.
yeah, we can wrap it up. But I just think also too is like if he wants to hear that, if he's willing to, you know, get someone in there to do it, and
Yeah.
most of it's just not going to happen. But yeah, we can wrap this up now, guys. Much love to all of you guys for tuning in. We love each and every one of you guys. We'll be back Monday, Steve's Kitchen, the end of the year show. Thank you all again for tuning in. Yeah, if you're new to the channel, hit the subscribe button, hit the bell, notification, thumbs up, all that fun stuff. Follow me on X at Heel Steven, Walter at Ham Walter, Chase. Let them know where can they check you out.
Yeah, follow me on X at Chase68.
You guys know the rest. All right, guys. Thank you all for watching. Much love. And with that being said, guys, it's Joe.